Andrew McCart, IFLTV, delighted as always to be joined by Frank the Tank himself, the CEO of Match. I've never introduced you as the CEO of Matchroom Boxing before.
You've never done that?
Don't think I have.
It's terrible.
I heard the young gentleman there doing it, and I thought, you know what?
That's like, give him,
give him props for that, because I never do. I just call you Frank the Tank. There's no respect there.
I like Frank the Tank.
Yeah,
I'll take anything.
Well,
any name. T-boy.
T-boy.
You know, been called that for most of my career.
But again, that's dying though. That's dying a death. Nobody's calling you T-boy anymore.
Every now and then.
Well, listen, let's end it right now. He's a hard worker. Josh Warrington, Lee Wood, a rematch that probably should have happened a long, long time ago, but we get it. But it's here now. Not just as I know you love boxing, Frank, but as a boxing fan, after the first fight and all the bad words that have been said about this fight, as a boxing fan, how excited are you for this fight?
I love a bit of spite. You love a bit of a story. You know, you've got a real story here. This fight means so much to both of these guys. It's been spoken about for so long. You know, in the first fight, it was very friendly. What do you want me to do? Sorry, wrong side. Sorry, mate, apologies. Not very on brand of me. The first fight, there wasn't that much dislike. You know, it was just a lot of respect between the two. This time round, you know, they've both got a point to prove in it. You know, Lee obviously won the first one. Josh was winning 6 rounds in quite clearly. Lee Wood, spectacular finish as he's done time and time again. And it's going to be an unbelievable night. Going to have close to 10,000 people in there. Sold out 4 weeks ago in Nottingham. The kind of fights we want to see more of. And it's going to be one we've been looking forward to a long, long time.
Winner obviously goes on for more big nights. Does the loser retire?
I think so, personally. And not because they shouldn't be fighting anymore, but because, this is my opinion only, what else do they want from the sport? You know, like, they've both made a lot of money. They've both won world titles. You know, so it's not like that's there. This was a bit of a grudge match, you know, that I think always had to be settled. I think the winner goes on to fight for a world title, and I think the loser retires.
Good card as well, but it's a little subplot that I'm intrigued by, because they had me on yesterday, and that's the Dave Allen and Leo Tang story. Now, they said that they're small talk with Charlie Parsons and Jamie Ward. They said that Dave Allen is actually Leo Tang's uncle, and what's behind that, the story behind that is Dave Allen's dad was a bit of a, let's say, player back in the day. He's got loads of kids, right? And one of those kids is Dave Allen's half-sister, who's Leo Tang's mum, which makes Dave Allen Leo Tang's uncle. I've never heard that story, but they're running with it. The two of them ain't letting up. I don't know have you got any thoughts on that, or do you know anything else that we don't? Is that a true story? You never heard that?
You just made that up?
No, you don't hear them. That's in my interview with them. For about 10 minutes they said that we're nephew and uncle.
I've never heard of that.
And they just said it on small talk there that they're related.
I mean, it sounds like a great story.
It is, but
don't let a little lie get in the way of a great story.
Well, listen, Dave Allen is Leo Tang's uncle. There we go.
We'll go for it.
Or 2 heavyweights on the card. It's a good story. But
good story.
It's a very good story. I don't
Family, and we could do that fight in the future.
Well,
Allen via Tang.
Uncle versus nephew. There you go. Dave Allen return. And I think I said to you in Newcastle, but Eddie Hearn, I said to Eddie there, Dave Allen, was he far away from that Tyson Fury fight? If he had beat Makhmudov, would Tyson Fury have looked at Dave Allen and said, that's my comeback fight?
Anything's possible, isn't it? It's a crazy sport, really. You know, it's a crazy sport. Dave Allen's still got a lot left in the tank. I'm excited about what Dave Allen can carry on doing. You know, he needs a good performance on Saturday. He needs to get back out there, get the confidence, get a win. You know, maybe he could still fight Tyson Fury. What a mad sport we're in.
We're in a mad sport, and you've been in it a long time, Frank. Leo Tang was back out again. I think it's a quick 3-week turnaround. What does 2026 look like for Leo Tang?
Busy activity. You know, he's got 8 fights in his first year of his pro career. I think we had a slight injury, a slight niggle on his hand, so he probably a couple of months delay on that. But 8 fights, I would say, by about September, October time, which is amazing. Keep building him in the right fights. He's got to step up against Dan Garber as well. You know, he's going to come in and give him a fight. And that's what, look, Leo, we believe in the future of where he can go to, but he has to be built in the right way. He's 18 years old, you know. He's still a kid. Sorry, 19 years old.
19, just turned 19.
19 in Newcastle, wasn't he?
Yep.
He's still a kid. But one thing's for sure, I'm going to beat him at FIFA this week, because I played him after the Newcastle show. I went to his room, a few of us.
You don't seem like a gamer, though.
No, I'm not. So we were in the hotel lobby, and he went, I said, what are you doing, Leo? He went, I'm going to go and play FIFA, right? I went, really? He went, yeah. He went, do you play FIFA? I was like, no. He's like, but no one ever gets it, because they're like, why don't you play FIFA? I was like, because all I do is work. But he went, I said, I reckon I beat you at FIFA. And he went, no, you won't. I went, should we have a bet? So we bet £40 on the game.
Has he paid up?
No, listen. So listen.
Okay.
So I lost the first game. It was very close. I lost the second game. And then we said, should we do a penalty shootout? I was very nervous, right? So I lost £180 in the end to him, playing FIFA at 3 o'clock in his room. But now I said this time, do you want to do double or nothing on your purse in a game of FIFA? Just as a joke, yeah. So he's very nervous.
You lost.
We're gonna actually produce a content series.
Right.
Me and Leo play FIFA every time he fights.
Do you even know what buttons do what?
What's that?
You know the controller, right?
Yeah.
Do you know what button does what?
Yeah, but only from my childhood.
Right.
Like, I used to play it when I was like 14.
Right.
So 19
Now you're a
years
grown
ago.
adult, yeah.
Then never played it, and I wasn't far off beating him. This is what I want to do. I reckon I beat him.
In Nottingham or
Every fight, every week, and then at the end of the year we're gonna do a big prize pool.
right? Can I get involved?
No,
I'm just
Just
kidding.
me
I can't
v.
afford.
Leo.
I can't afford your betting anyway. To be honest with you. Yeah, great undercard. Bilal Fawaz and Ismail Davis. You got Molly McCann. You got TMA, and it's a great undercard. But something I want to talk about. You talked about the zone deal yesterday with Coogan and Joe. But a little subplot that I want to talk about. You say you like a little bit of spite and you like stories. That's what you said. Reference to Josh Warrington and Lee Wood fight. Do you like the subplot and the spite and the story between Eddie Hearn and Dana White? Because Dana White says that Eddie lacks vision, Matchroom lacks vision. Now that's a little dig at you because you do this. What people we see around us.
I'm not wearing my glasses today, so the vision is a bit impaired.
Well, there you go. Your eye vision, yeah. You come up with these ideas, the small talk, the way in with the numbers, and that. This is more of a Frank Smith vision. This is what you do. You create all these things. So it was a kind of a little dig at you, Dana White.
Are you trying to get me pulled into
I want you to go at Dana.
I don't really like. They're very intelligent people. Like not just Dana, Nick Carr, everyone around that business. Like look what they do. I think it's a $40 billion market cap business across TKO Group. These aren't like some random geezers setting up a boxing division and going, we'll give this a go and see how we get on. They know what they're doing, but at the same time, they've never done it in boxing. I look at Dana White and I think he lacks passion and emotion and energy for boxing, personally. Like you look at him talking, we got a big one, it's 18 fights, 18 knockouts. Like he is brilliant in MMA because he immerses himself in that world. It's like saying to me or you, go and talk about something you don't really have much of an idea about. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Go and talk about it with passion and energy and desire and sell it to me. Like I'm not a salesman, by the way.
No.
So I'm not sitting here saying I'm better than that. Like they've done things that I could never imagine doing with a business and a sport. So this isn't me slating Dana White. I'm just saying, like when you compare him to Eddie and you listen to the two of them, and I know I've worked for him for a long time. Eddie's unrivaled at what he does. There's no one comes close to him, mate. Nobody. But you'd be mad to not believe they're going to create something big. It's what they do.
Keeps you on your toes.
Yeah, for sure. It excites me. I love, like you say, I love the event side of it. No one's doing what we do. Look at their press conferences and weigh-ins compared to this.
That's
No
why I
one
said it's
does
kind
what
of
we do.
the lack vision. I immediately thought of you because this is you like to think outside
If
the
I
box.
lack vision, he must be blind. Like because it's dull, isn't it? You know, in reality, and you talk about it's like beating up babies. They're going to do big things. They're going to make huge offers to some fighters. Of course they are, and they're going to sign fighters. Of course they are. That's the reality of it. Just like people have done in the past. But what are they doing that's any different? They got Max Kellerman blowing up every fighter that comes on, like the second coming of Muhammad Ali. Like, you know, you got to be real. But they will create a big brand. So I'm not sitting here slating them like they're saying about us. They're going to do big things in the sport. But to sit there and go, they have no vision, or they do it, like no one does what we do in boxing. Out of current players in boxing and them, they don't do anything like us. But they got a belt. That's the difference.
You, again, Eddie said about the history of boxing, the history, the WBC, even though it might, what we think of the WBA, WBC.
I think they can make improvements, by the way, all of those sanctioning bodies.
But it's the history. Fighters want that history. They want to continue that.
I think some fighters do. I think other fighters will accept, no, I'll just take this Zuffa belt or whatever it is. People will buy into it. We live in a different generation. But there's always going to be a market for both. The reality is they're going to come in and be another boxing promoter, Zuffa. They're just going to be another player in boxing. Are they going to be big? Yes. But are they going to create Zuffa becomes bigger than boxing? No. Like when you look at, this is where people, when you look at UFC, people think UFC is the sport. MMA is the sport,
MMA
UFC is a brand, right? But because they did it at a time when no one really cared as much about it, didn't have the history or the heritage, it's a different proposition at that point. You're coming into a sport here with hundreds of years of heritage, right? You're not just going to walk in and change everything. Unless you do something completely different. See, I always thought what they come in, they do, we're going to do 4 2-minute rounds, right? And there's a buzzer that goes off, and if you knock someone out, like something wild. But all they're doing is the same thing with a different brand.
Yeah. Well,
And, you know,
the next year is going to be very, very
it's
interesting.
going to be fun. But I wouldn't judge them on the first 3 shows. But I think for what they're saying already, oh, this has been easy. What have they done? If we put on that, well, this is what I ask, if we put on the 3 shows they'd put on, would people be going, oh my goodness, these are unbelievable? No, they wouldn't. That's just the reality of it. And that's not me slagging it off. I'm just saying, if we did that, people wouldn't be going, oh, I'm not saying they've been bad, but it's not life-changing, is it?
No.
But it's because they've got a big profile, they're going to make a lot of noise, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Between Eddie and Dana, it's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait to see the 2 of them go.
Oh, me too. Definitely,
I'm
me
going
too.
to be out of the way. I'm going to be there being the blind visionary.
The blind visionary. Frank, I think you have more, but a quick one from me. Josh Kelly got his Rolex, right? I just spoke to Eddie. Dalton Smith's going to get one. I think Joe Cordina is owed one. I know you probably don't need one, but has Eddie ever bought you a present like a Rolex before? Or what is the biggest thing that Eddie has bought you? If you want to indulge and let us know. I guarantee it's not a Rolex, is it?
I mean, I've got to be quite honest, this isn't being They gave me shares in the matchroom business, which is quite nice.
There you go.
Didn't have to do that.
That's quite easy. Listen, Frank, I won't keep much longer. Like I said, you've probably got. I think there's a couple of ladies that want to talk to you as well. You are you're a wanted man nowadays at these press conferences and weigh-ins. Do you like that? Do you like all this nonsense?
It's never been my focus, to be honest. Like, I've got a lot of work to do on the back end.
Your phone's been. I've just watched your phone. Your phone's been going haywire the last 10 minutes.
So I like doing the work side of it.
Yeah.
But I'll do this. It's part and parcel of it. But I'm never going to be Eddie. Like, you can't beat him at what he does. So I'm not trying to be him. So for anyone who thinks that I'm trying to be like Eddie, I'm not.
He's definitely not. Frank, as always, I do appreciate your time,
mate.
and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you,
Cheers,
Frank.
pal.